type of dancing was it?
The egg dance.
The egg dance. You might have to show me that. I think that I didn't know what to expect in my future. I knew that there was a condition with my bones, and that's really all I knew. And, you know, years ago, I didn't have the internet like we do now. I didn't have a community of XLH, you know, people with XLH. It was just me, and my family didn't have it either. You're born with a condition, and that is how you've always been, so you don't know any different. But at the same time, I think I did notice things, and I did think I do feel different. I see my friends running around and I'm tired. I used to get very frustrated and think, why? I suppose where I didn't understand myself, maybe not understand my condition fully, and I would think, why am I not able to get up and do that? Why, you know? And I'd probably beat myself up about it quite a lot. There are things that you, day to day, you might have a problem with something and think, is that related to the XLH? For instance, my hearing, I've struggled with my hearing my whole life, not knowing that it was related to the XLH. My mum suspected it. Consultants said it wasn't to do with the XLH. And it was the XLH community that made me realise, actually, that's a problem. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. I knew from a young age this was a path I was planning to take, and it is funded, and I don't think people are aware of that. It's a roller coaster, but like I say, I think it's really important for people to know that actually it was really positive, and we were very excited. And although there was those moments of worrying and waiting, the phone calls when they would say, it's made it to, you know, they've all fertilised, or they've made it to blastocyst, like, it was so exciting. It was such an exciting thing to hear. See you. She's Maisie, by the way. When I first started on the IVF journey, it was a bit of a minefield. So I just started putting my letters and everything into here. I went to see the consultant at the hospital and I said, I want to have a baby, I'm considering IVF with PGD, and he definitely looked at me a little bit blankly. And he said, I will need to find out where you need to go and who you need to speak to. So then he put me in contact with Debbie Shears, who is a genetic counsellor. She was fantastic. Her role, I believe, is to inform you of the IVF process, but also to inform you of what having a baby with XLH might be like. And at the time I was saying to them, you know, are there any advances in treatment? Is there a reason that perhaps I wouldn't want to have IVF and that actually my child would be better than I am? We were referred to Guy's Hospital from there, and Guy's Hospital had a very long wait time of 2 years, their waiting list. So I came out of Guy's feeling very deflated and upset. You go in and you have tests, so myself and my husband, so they tested his sperm quality and quantity, and they checked my womb and my uterus and my ovaries, and blood tests and things, just to check that there's nothing else there that's going to cause any issues. And once you've done all of that, then yeah, you can begin the IVF process. My husband may have found it a bit intrusive, perhaps. Yeah, I suppose I've had medical treatment all my life, so it's nothing to me. Maybe to him it might have been a little bit more, actually I don't want to do this, but he did it. So begin having injections to stimulate your follicles in your ovaries, and then you have a very minor surgery where they extract the eggs. You're in and out. It's very quick, painless. So my husband then had to produce semen, and then they fertilise the egg, and then they have to make it to blastocyst stage. At that point they do a biopsy and they send it away for testing, which from memory was about 4 weeks that we had to wait. I was very lucky in the sense that that we managed to have all the embryos, you know, they all fertilised, and that's incredible in itself. Lots of women might come up against a bit of a curveball at that point, you know, so our complication was when they couldn't, you know, they didn't see what they expected to see. So that was the bit that was painful for us and difficult to navigate. For every woman it will be different, there will be, and every man as well, there will be stages of it that are more difficult, and I doubt anybody has a completely smooth journey through IVF. So this was my scan of Maisie at 6 weeks. So yeah, after you find out you're pregnant, you just wait 6 weeks, which also feels like a big wait. So you, I did about 14 pregnancy tests with both of them, I think. Yeah. That scan is exciting, but also a little bit nerve-wracking, because just in case it's Maisie. Yeah, you can't really see her, she's just a blob. So after you've given birth, obviously it's hard for any mum after giving birth, and yeah, maybe dealing with the exhaustion that you already have on top of dealing with a baby. Yeah, that is, there is nobody checking in saying, are you okay? And, you know, how is your condition with this?
Yes. Oh, ready? Are you ready? We walk? Yes, Mommy's okay. Mommy's okay.
You're so funny. Let's get the pushchair. Yeah. Yes. I suppose I felt a lot like I've been the one having to control it my whole life, and I suppose maybe going into IVF was like unknown, and maybe that made me feel a little bit like I wasn't in control anymore. Yeah, you don't know where you're heading with it, and you kind of feel like you have to be guided by them. So I suppose I'd like to be able to give people the information, you know, being empowered with that. Because like I said, I think lots of people with XLH probably don't even know that it's an option to have IVF and PGD. They just think that their children are 50-50 chance of having XLH, and that's that.